I have those pies in the oven. I just put them in. I was on the phone with my husband, so I just went ahead and threw them in there. I had the oven preheated to 350 degrees, which is what you want to do as well. So also now we're going to be making our fried cabbage. Okay, so you want to put a little bit of olive oil in your skillet, get it nice and hot. I have 1 head of cabbage that I got soaking over there in the sink, cleaned and ready to go in. I have half of a bell pepper, about 3 to 4 slices of thick cut bacon. I have 1 carrot, thinly sliced, and a couple cloves of garlic and some sliced onion. All right, so we're going to get this oil hot, and then we're going to fry up the bacon and all of these veggies, throw in the cabbage, and get this going. This is going to be a really, really easy dinner, but it's easy but delicious and rather it's special to me because, like I said, this is like African American cooking, and I just happen to be an African American. Just saying. Okay, so let me get my skillet hot, and then we're gonna start frying up our fried cabbage. Okay, so my skillet is hot. Let's go ahead and throw in that bacon. Get that going there. I don't know what I did with my hand brace, damn it. And it's like getting really bad to use my hand. I have like a lump here right now. I'm gonna have to go get that checked out. But it helps to stabilize my wrist. And I don't know, like I use it so much sometimes it gets wet, and then I take it off, wash it and sit it to dry, and then it gives, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to find it and buy another one too. I know better. Okay, we're gonna let that cook, and then we're gonna throw in our carrots, bell peppers, onions, and garlic. All right, so my pot here is hot. I had to turn this off because I was on the phone with my husband. He's on his way. He's actually coming in right now. But my skillet is hot here, and all my everything that I put in there is pretty much softened. So now I'm gonna add my cabbage. And you can just add your whole head of cabbage that you sliced. I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit. I'm gonna give it a stir, and then we're gonna season it up. Okay, so my cabbage is starting to soften, and I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, a pinch of salt, black pepper.
Excuse me.
Oh, my husband's home.
Yes, hi, by the way.
Yeah. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Just about a teaspoon, because we got some salt and the Cajun seasoning in there too. And then I'm going to give this a quick stir, and then just let this cook down until this cabbage is soft. Did the pepper make you sneeze?
Yes.
He had a long week. He did 60 plus hours this week. That's too much. That's too much playing.
So today was what? From 12 midnight to 3:30?
Right. So that's a lot.
PM.
All right. So we're going to put the top back on this. Let this steam down just a little bit more. And then we're going to make our scoop bread. Southern spoon bread.
I'm preparing the flour, the seasonings for the fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. He's going to cut up this chicken we bought too. So, all right, stay tuned. Okay, so now we're gonna make some honey scoop bread. Okay, so, well, spoon bread is what it's called. I don't know why I keep calling it scoop bread, probably because you scoop it out. But this is Alabama recipe. So this is about 2 tablespoons of melted butter. You need 1.5 cups of milk. One. You need 2 eggs, beaten. I have that right here. Go ahead and pour that in. All right, let's mix this up a little bit here. And yes, that is rice on my spoon because I will spit a stirring rice. It ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, now we want to sift in our dry ingredients. All right, so you need a 1/2 cup of cornmeal, heaping cup. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I don't know why I always say baking soda, but it'd be baking powder usually. You need baking powder, 1 teaspoon. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. All right, you need 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
My knife over there.
I don't know why you whispering in my ear like it's something supposed to be happening. Who gonna tell me why? Tell me why he... Is that a thing?
Tell me why.
That's a real song. Tell me why he... Okay, I'm not making fun of them or nothing, but come on. Okay. You need, this is a small recipe, y'all. You need about 1/8 cup of honey. I don't... Tell me why. Tell me why. They was getting it, baby. Okay. Okay. That's wrong. All right, then we're going to sift, not sift. I sifted. Now we're going to stir. Wow. I ain't got nothing against the Blackstreet Boys. Them boys was back at Ann Street. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they did their thing.
They did their thing.
During the little boy band.
Tell him why he... Right. All right, now... We're going to go ahead and pour this in our pan. Let me spray this bad boy first. All right. And then we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to throw this spoon bread in. Let me go ahead and pour this in my pan. Really thin mix here. All right, y'all. So let's get this in the oven and see what this look like when it come out.
Okay, so we got our seasoned flour ready, and I just put some salt, pepper, and some other undisclosed items. Oops, some undisclosed items. Just a secret little bit of seasoning, but salt and pepper and garlic powder and some other stuff. So, got my knife real sharp. I sharpened it real good. So we're gonna. That's a wing. That's a wing. Okay. Got us a drumstick. Got us another drumstick. So, now, okay. Get a breast and a thigh. This is the chicken breast. It's a large one. Yeah. I'm just saying what these parts are. That's a big chicken breast. Mm-hmm. We want to go ahead and debone it probably. We don't want that backbone in there. Now I had to get to work. Gotta get this chicken. I got chicken to fry. Okay. That's a breast skin on. Okay, we got one over here. Where is it? Down there. Go on this side of that bone. That's the bone.
If you need one heavier, it's a knife.
I'm good. This is sharp. Okay, it cuts off right there. There it is. There we go. Get a little bone out of there. Okay, there's the other breast and its skin. All right, now should have the lower half, which is the thigh, dark meat. Let's see here. It's down in here.
We need to pour my buttermilk back there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pour about a half a cup of buttermilk back on my the chicken back there.
Okay, this is the thigh. We gotta get this little hip or whatever this is, little hip bone out of there.
Woo.
So with this carcass, we could put it in here with some mirepoix, which is just celery, onions, and carrots, equal parts, and we could put a little salt, pepper, and some different spices and sage and all that, and we could make a chicken broth, and we could cook it down until it concentrates, and it will become a chicken like a bouillon that you could store with a dry pack in it, and you can have your own chicken bouillon. But that's a little thigh. I got a lot of this thigh meat still here, but I'm just gonna probably just cook that down for chicken salad. Okay, this is the other thigh here. So get that out of there. This is a better looking one. That one kind of, I don't know. This one looks better. Kind of go along the side of it there. Okay. Okay, go along here. Yep. There's that thigh. No, I don't know. I'm gonna leave. Let me leave it in for now. No, you know what? Let me get that out. Make everything boneless. So I want to tear it up. No, I'll leave it in for now. Okay, so that's it. We got the carcass left, which you can boil down, which we probably will. We don't want to waste it. We're gonna boil it off the bone. You can either make a soup or a chicken stock. I think we just make a chicken broth. Put some celery, onions, and carrots, and boil it down real good along with this, and make a rich chicken soup with bits of chicken. Maybe put some rice in it for later, and have a soup. All right. So this is our chicken for our fried chicken. I gotta rinse it again, and I got my seasoned flour here that I just put in the bag. I'm put the chicken in buttermilk and toss it around there, and one by one, and deep fry them. So, be back with the next step. Okay, so we got the oil heating up to about, it's at about 300 now. Yeah, 280. So, we gotta get to about 360. So I'm gonna start breading this chicken. It's been soaking in this buttermilk for about 15 minutes.
Let me show y'all this bread. So the spoon bread is out. It looks good. I'm gonna put it over here to cool. All right. That's the time you can cut that off.
All right, so we got a thigh here.
Sweet darling, come back and say next love to me.
So I'm just draining off some of that buttermilk. I'm gonna go right into my seasoned flour. And I'm just gonna take my time and do them one at a time so they get good and coated. Because I'm waiting for that oil to heat up. It is now at 300. We gotta get to about 360, 375, I think, for good fried chicken. All right, break this up real good. Now you could also double batter these. You could put them back in the buttermilk and then double batter them again. But you know, we good. I did 15 hours, 14 hours a day. So, and I got to run 3 miles in the morning, and then boxing practice on Monday. Then they'll probably call me back into work on Tuesday. So, you know. All right. So that looks nice and breaded. Good. All right. And we're gonna go in this oil. Let me see what our oil is. Well, yeah, we about 340. So we're gonna go ahead and a little bit. We're gonna start going in. So make sure this breaded good. Here we go. We're gonna go on in.
Say what?
And we're gonna let that settle down a little bit. Some place I'll grab me like a wing. Those are good. Put a wing in there. Put the buttermilk drip off. Put the wing in there. See, this is no mess. Because you just tie it up. You might get a little dusty flour just from picking it up and putting it in the grease. But it's no mess. It's all done in the bag. Then when you, right, to make the roux. And then you can even, I mean, you know, some people even save the flour and just sift it, and then because they only gonna use it for chicken, so it's no need to waste it. I mean, yeah, we throw it away, but I'm saying like some restaurants, they, because you know they have food costs and stuff. So, well, it's being fried at 360 degrees, so they figure it's just it's just flour and it's getting fried anyway, so the 360 killed all the All right, here go the wing in there. Boom. Okay. What else we got here? We got these big thighs. These want to get cut in half almost. What's this right here? This the other thigh? No, it's a drumstick. My least favorite part. Wait a minute, that's that other thigh here. No, that's the big breast.
You know, you could have put it with meat, switched it into that big skillet, then it would probably fit all of it, wouldn't it? I'm just thinking about this right now. Mm-hmm. This big red one.
I mean, yeah, it's probably going.
Oopsie.
Okay, so we'll just do that. So we're gonna switch them out, and we'll be right back with you.
All right, so as you can see, the cabbage is done here. So we're just gonna keep this. I turned it off, and I'm just gonna cut it up back on when I want to heat it up once the chicken is done. And then also our sweet potatoes. I made the sweet potato pies, but I also used the rest of that sweet potatoes that was left over to make sweet potatoes. So we're gonna have some sweet potatoes as well. We weren't expected to have that, but we are going to have sweet potatoes today. So we just gonna get our chicken fried, and we're gonna be ready to eat. And of course my spoon bread out the oven. And I think I'm still gonna smother it. What do you think? Or you think it's too late? Smother the chicken?
You ain't gotta smother. Just have
just a fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
All right. So that's what we're gonna be doing then. All right, y'all. All right. So I'm about to make some gravy here for our chicken.
Yeah, you can leave it right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the oil here, and this is just for the rice. All right. And then some of these little pieces of the chicken that I see in there. I'll go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in half of an onion, because that oil should have already been hot. And there was a couple tablespoons of oil. In just a minute, I'm going to be pouring some of that in. All right, I'm going to saute these onions here for just a minute. Let me grab some water. All right, so I'm gonna put in a couple tablespoons of bouillon powder. I can't find my chicken, so I'm just gonna use some beef. And then my husband has some flour from the chicken. We're gonna add that in, a couple tablespoons. That should be good. And you wanna fry up your flour here until you notice it starts to turn a little bit brown. Start to smell a little nutty. And then I have some water. And we are there. You can see that the flour has browned. Go ahead and pour your water in.
Fried chicken came out pretty good.
It is beautiful. That's about 2 cups of water. And I should be whisking this. I got a little small whisk here. And then one of the secrets here, I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. You just want me to put my stuff in? All right, so I got mine. It's what is it? One bright. What is it here? One thigh? Where is it? Let me turn this down some. Nope. Just you to put. I mean, I don't want the big one, but I'll take the small one.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get you.
No, and I'm gonna put this wing in there too. All right, so I'm gonna let this simmer here for a minute. Put in a little bit of salt and black pepper. Can you do that for me? I'm trying to get that to go down just a little bit. A little bit of salt. Some black pepper. Turn that chicken. Okay. Okay, y'all, so we got out of the car to walk around this little block here. So it used to be a dollar store that's set up here at this little part of the road. And it looked like it's tore down now.
Yeah, it was on this grass thing right here.
You can see over there.
Because it was at the point of this little 45-degree building.
Yeah.
And then
So
from
that's
here,
gone
you
now.
can look out and see the food store, the ice cream place. This was like a nice
cream
little...
place was up
Well,
this
yeah,
way.
I'm just saying, but this was a nice little pavilion.
Mm-hmm. They got cameras up there. Okay, so we're gonna walk around this. So this was like really vibrant and busy and everything back in like up
80s
until
and
like
90s.
the early 90s maybe.
Yeah, it's about 92. When we grew up and kind of moved on, we got like 18, 19, they kind of started slowing down and falling apart.
You remember Velvet Freeze and all that? That was over here. My mother used to take this way home from my grandmother's house.
Velvet Freeze was one of these.
I think it was in one up here.
And it was a karate studio in one of these. This black guy ran. It might have been in this one.
I hear something in there. It sounds like I hear something running in there, like a motor. You hear it too? Yeah. And then this is another building here.
Velvet Freeze was one of these.
I think Velvet Freeze was in one of these with the awning on it right here. Maybe. I don't know. If you know, leave a comment below. I know you will.
And I think I actually went in one of these karate schools. My mother took me in there to see how much it was. This may have been a karate school. And,
Be careful. Like I got on flip-flops.
A friend of mine's father was shot at this Velvet Freeze.
You know, your mother used to talk about that.
So it was a big deal. That was her best friend's daughter's father.
This still got some of those. This was some kind of store here.
Market.
Oh wow!
This probably may have been recent. Not a
don't
it
know.
could have been original.
And it's just open like this. Like usually they have everything boarded up. Look at this. Oh my gosh! This is in Baden. In Baden. They still got the phone booth with the phone, y'all. Now, I've seen the phone booths. I've not seen the phone still there. That's right there. Come on now. It seemed like they just was like, bye, they just left. Did you see this? It's actually a phone with the phone booth. The phone booth with the phone still in it. And then I think that's one of the first post offices now. That's a new construct. So I'm not sure if it's set right there, but I know that they had a post office that set off the main road here in Baden. And as you can see, this had fire damage. This looks like what happened to this building, along with the disrepair of time. But this is Mural and Halls Ferry Road. Y'all, where we going next? I don't know. Follow to find out, though. Dynamite was right there. All right, y'all, we're gonna serve up date night dinner. So I got some rice here. I'm gonna get a scoop of rice. Put that on my plate there. We got sweet potatoes. Put some of those down there. Fried cabbage. Turn this off. I was just heating that up. Go ahead and put some of that fried cabbage down there. And then Alabama style smothered fried chicken. You're going to go ahead and lay that on there. Hit it with a little bit of that gravy. Just a little bit of gravy. All right. And then we're going to get some of our spoon bread here. Homemade honey spoon bread. Scoop out some. Because it's spoon bread. Go ahead and put that there on the side. Alabama style date night dinner tonight. We got our smothered Alabama style fried buttermilk chicken. Sweet potatoes. Fried cabbage with bacon and carrots. Spoon bread. Smothered chicken and rice. And then for dessert, where them pies go? We got homemade sweet potato pie with graham cracker crumb crust. Hand pie. These are baked with glaze and some candied pecans. What? Let me cut one of these so y'all can see what they look like in the middle here. Just cut one of them down the middle. Ooh. There we go. And then we got our homemade hand pies right here. All right, y'all. This is what we are having for dinner and dessert. What are you having? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all. So my graham cracker pie crust, sweet potato hand pies or out of the oven. I made a little bit of icing for them with some powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and a little bit of heavy cream. I'm going to go ahead and scoop that over the tops here because we're going to spread it out, get it spread out. And they're still just a little bit warm because they were sitting in the oven for a long time. So this should melt perfectly over the tops. This crust is got graham cracker crumbs in it, so it should be really good. It should be like a sweet potato pie with graham cracker crumbs, you know, like with a graham cracker crust. Okay, so you want to scoop over your, I'm scooping, I'm not dipping today because I don't want them to fall apart. So I'm gonna let them sit here, let the icing set on them. But before we let that icing set, we're gonna put some candied pecans on top. Let me get those, and they're sitting right behind them. I'll let those cool. So while they're still wet with the icing, you take your candied pecans and put a couple of those on top. Candied sweet pecans. Make them look cute and taste good. This would be something cool to make on for Thanksgiving. And we doing this on our date night. You see how we go all out for y'all? We go all out for us, but you know, y'all watch. So it's for you too, you know? All right. So here are our finished sweet potato hand pies with candied pecans and graham cracker pie crust. What? I'm gonna show y'all what they look like inside once we're eating these for dessert. But this is what we are having tonight for date night dessert in Alabama.